Same. 3 3 minutes, 3 times with 30 seconds in between. That's why I call it 3 3. 3 minutes, 30-second rest. 3 minutes, 30-second rest. 3 minutes, 30-second rest. 3 laps, if you wanna call it that way. As I said, 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 30-second cool down 3 times. That's why I call it, the threes. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for watching. I'm doing very well, my brother. Just doing a little bit of cardio. It's nothing hectic. As I said, I'll do 3 minutes high intensity and then 30 seconds cool down. It's just a quick cardio session, nothing hectic. So now I'm finishing off my first 3 minutes. And then cool down for 30 seconds and then pick up the pace again for another 3 minutes. How old am I? How old am I? 37. Natural. I've used enhancements before, about 2 years ago. So you can say 2 years, natty. Okay, then it's time to pick it up again for another 3 minutes. So I do have some experience with the enhancements, but it's something that I would not encourage you. I think each person, that is your own, your own path that you must decide, but luckily with, our days or with the times we're living in, the information is out there. So you can research and re-research, and have all the information that you need before you can decide if you want to, That's my take. That's my take. What's going on? Panic. Nah, my guy, I'm good. Can't complain much. Oh, you're in there, my brother. Man, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. If you perhaps need an in-depth video on enhancement, I can definitely make it happen. As I said, I do have experience, even though my experience with enhancements, it's not very in-depth, but I've researched, I've read books. There's books that I can recommend if you want to read something from a book, not from the internet, and YouTube channels that are reliable in those things. If I watch cricket, oh yes I do. Yes I do, and I played cricket when I was in high school. So at the moment I'm watching that. Is it Dubai, the T20 league? It's the one in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. That's the one I'm watching. And then I was watching the recent um, Ashes. I watched that. Oh, and then congrats to India. Um, you won against uh, South Africa. You know, it was a good game. You know, even the betting from SA was a bit, but it was a good game. It was a good game. Um, your favorite player in SA? In SA, let me think. My favorite at the moment, just on top of my head, David Miller. I've always loved, not I've always, that he's my current favorite player. I'm just not sure what's happening with him at the moment. Um, he's injured. I'm just not sure. But David Miller is my favorite player. And then I have, players around the world that I really, enjoy watching. Uh, to date, I've been watching one of them. I really enjoy watching him. Shea Hope in the West Indies, I really enjoy watching him. A couple of players around the world. De Villiers, obviously De Villiers is one of the great. It's just that when I think of him, I just think of the talent that they had, and then for him not winning any significant, ICC trophy, because when he was playing, he had the likes of Amla and Jacques Callis and Graham Smith, but for them not winning anything, it was really, really, really unfortunate. And then now I do 30 seconds, cool down. Kuselwa. Hey, hello. As I said, I'm just doing quick cardio. I call it the threes. It's 3 minutes, high intensity, 30 seconds, cool down. And I do that 3 times. So this is the last one. So now I'm just doing a 30-second cool down before I do my last 3 minutes, high intensity, and then doing now the last 30 seconds, and then that should be it, because I'm just in between, doing some work, so I felt the energy was a bit low, so I was like, let me jump on the bike just to sort of re-energize the body so I can finish up some work. For those who are wondering where I am at the moment, it's almost towards 1 o'clock in the morning. Gymming is good for you. Yes, sir, definitely. Oh yes, like cricket, I watch it as much as I can. As much as I can. As much as I can. T20s, whatever I can get on YouTube. I think bodybuilding and cricket, I think those are the two sports that I consume a lot. Thanks to YouTube and social media and all of that. Okay, and then it's the last 3 minutes. Nice body. Thank you, sir. What is your favorite Indian cricket player? Pandya. I like Pandya. I like him. That's my guy there. Pandya, I like him. I still like, even though he retired, Shiki Dawin. Yeah, I really like Shiki Dawin. Yeah, when he did that, Shiki Dawin, I really liked him. But current players, Jajeda, he's my guy. I don't know, I really like all-rounders. Yeah, I really like all-rounders. Yeah, Hardik Pandya is my guy there. Um, who else? Raul. I really like watching Raul play. Um, Jaiswal, you know, I like him. I like him. Virat Kohli, so much respect, but he's not my personal favorite. But he's definitely a legend. You can't remove him from Indian cricket. Let's see. Yeah, Washington Sonder. I also like him. I also like what's the wicket keeper? He also uh, Simpson. I also like him. I like him a lot. I really like his demeanor. When he's being captain or in games. His cricket, a famous South African, or people watch. Again. Yes, cricket. I think in SA, when it's come to sports that everyone watch, I think the top three it's soccer, rugby, cricket. I think those three. I think everyone watches those three, but just numbers, somewhat, you know, um, is divided. I'm not sure. Maybe during the Rugby World Cup, Rugby will be number one. But during the Cricket World Cup or when the SAT20 is coming up now, I think in the next few weeks, I'm sure the numbers of people talking about cricket on social media will be more than during the World Cup or African Cup of Nations soccer. But in my opinion, those are the top three sports that most people watch. Um, but it's just my opinion. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do 30 second cool down. Yes, I definitely know that cricket and is like religion because Tenduga, when I was first introduced to Tenduga, when people are describing him, from India, they described him as like a god or somewhat, along those lines. So much, respect and, people, how they felt about him and all of that. Do I watch the IPL? Yes, I do watch the IPL. Whatever I can get on YouTube because I don't have that subscription where I can, watch the games live. But whatever I can get on YouTube, I do watch. And then whatever it's on social media, that is posted, I follow it there. I was recently following the auction. Yeah, so yeah, it's about me, about the IPL. Um, I'm done with my cardio. Now I can go back to work. Thank you for watching. Um, just please subscribe and then yeah, catch me again on another live. We can definitely discuss whatever I discuss when I'm doing cardio because I mostly just go live when I'm doing cardio. Yes, sleep tight. That's my brother. I'm just gonna finish up work now. I'm gonna go sleep in the next hour and a half or so. Because as I said on my side, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, but I still have some work to do. So I'm probably gonna sleep around 2 o'clock or so. But keep well at India. Definitely gonna catch up soon. Um, I try to be live every other day or so. So if you subscribe, check out the content, comment, and do all the nice things. Thank you so much. Do some cardio. Let's do some cardio. cardio, just to get the heart pumping, get some oxygen into the blood, because I need to stay awake a little bit. So I'm just gonna do some slight cardio, nothing hectic. I just wanna get the blood, get some oxygen in the blood, because I need to stay awake for the next 2 hours. I need to attend to some tasks, so like cardio, this definitely helps to fight fatigue, but it does not cardio will not assist you to fight fatigue if you're deprived, sleep deprived. But if it's just normal fatigue, definitely cardio will definitely help to for you to be more alert, more awake, but not for a long time, but just need to stay awake for the next 2 hours to do some work. And anyways, I don't really do cardio in the morning like the other bodybuilders, or the recommended time to do cardio in the morning. So I do mine in the evening when fatigue is setting in. I need something to sort of fight off the fatigue, just for me to complete my daily tasks. And something that I was thinking about in this fitness journey, momentum is very, very important. I'm sure everyone understands what momentum is, and then how do you get to a point where you have momentum in anything that you're doing. It takes time. Like I'm trying to push a heavy object, either up the hill, or you're trying to swing a heavy object. It's very heavy in the beginning, but once it starts moving, once you have momentum, then the goal is not to let the momentum, or sort of let your foot off the gas. So it's very important that you try to get your fitness. Hey, what's up, Jetro? I'm just talking about trying to have momentum in a fitness journey, which will be hard to sort of getting that momentum going. But once you've got that momentum, hey, you good, Jetro? But once you've got that momentum, you need to keep it there. I think that's one of the things that I've been lucky to have been able to achieve, is having momentum to go to the gym or to stay on this fitness journey. That is the thing that not really motivates me, but that is the way, or that's how I'm able to go to the gym every day, or that's the way I'm able to stay on this fitness journey, because momentum, I have momentum, and then I've make sure that I don't lose the momentum. So it took me a couple of years, especially mostly after the lockdown that we had. So after the lockdown, it was like I was starting over in this fitness journey. But once I was able to get that momentum and I kept it there, that is how I've been able to sort of stay consistent on the gym. So it's really important that you try and get momentum and then you keep that momentum. Jacob, I'm 75 years old, still doing things in the gym. My girlfriend is 23. So life is good. Wow. 75, still going at the gym. That is a real inspiration. I sort of strive, or I hope I'll be able to still be at the gym in my 70s. Well, having a girl that's 23, man, shout out to you. Blessings, blessings. I am new here. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna call you Abdi. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but thank you for watching. I was just basically talking about anything that you do in life. You need to try. Momentum is very important. So once you have that momentum, you need to try and keep it there. Don't, put your thingy, remove your leg from the gas, as they say. So I think that's one of the things that I have been able to achieve in this fitness journey is to keep the momentum, or to use the momentum that I've sort of achieved, and then don't let go, or don't sort of start from zero. I think that's the main thing I wanted to share while I just finishing off this cardio. As I said, I'm just going to do 10 minutes because I was feeling fatigue and I still have some work to do tonight. It's almost midnight on my side, so I still need to do some work until about 2 o'clock. So this 10 minutes cardio definitely helped me to fight off the fatigue. Thank you for those who are watching. Thank you for the likes. Subscribe. If you have any questions that you think I can assist you with, definitely comment on any of the videos, or comment on this video with your question. I will gladly answer the question. I've been training for almost 20 years now, mainly training focus towards bodybuilding, but as the years now I'm going towards my 40s, I'm somewhat mixing it up between bodybuilding, which was the initial training style, and I'm also now adding a lot of more somewhat exercises for longevity, or to help me be able to move better. So I'm also doing more twisting, more sort of work that engages my core and my back, and sort of injury proofing. Yes, I do, on top of my bodybuilding, with my work at the gym, also do decent amount of injury proofing. Let's try this. Words that make you laugh. Mm. What are words that make me laugh? I don't know. Chicken banana. I think I think it's a funny one. Um, yeah, I think chicken banana is very funny. I don't know, just the two words together, chicken banana, just very funny. Yeah, so yeah, that's all. I think now it's been about 11 minutes, and I think I'm good to go. Sort of fought off the fatigue. The fatigue, as I said, I was just doing this tennis cardio just to sort of get the oxygen in the blood so I can stay awake to do some work. Thank you so much for watching. Mm, what's good, everybody? What's gonna do? Quick 10 minutes. 10 minutes bike. I don't know if you can see the time. Is there. So it's gonna be first 3 minutes, one cool down, 3 minutes again, and one cool down. So let's go. Pause, 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 pause. So it's been 3 minutes. I want to do cool down for 30 seconds. Cool down for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna go again for two 2 minutes. Yeah. Cool down. 30 seconds. Okay. So now the cool down is over. And we go again. Don't worry about the princess here. Sorry about that. So now, I'm gonna go for another 3 minutes, and then 30 seconds. Cool down again. Yeah, so my daughter's also here. So, what's up? So, 3 minutes, and then we do 30 seconds cool down. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do 30 seconds. And do 30 seconds. Cool down before we do the last 30 minutes. 30 seconds. Cool down. Let me do, you can say, the last line. Okay, so for the last 3 minutes. Okay, princess. Let me do quick 3 minutes. Quick 3 minutes. That's the last 3 minutes. Last 3 minutes. Ooh. Daddy, I hug you. Yeah. Last 3 minutes. I don't know how to play. Yeah. Oh. Oh, my legs are burning. Time for the last minute. Finish strong. last minute. Oh. As I said, it's 3 minutes laps and put it that way with 30 seconds cool down in between. So this is the last one. This is the last one. And 30 seconds cool down. And then that's all. Let's see, sweating. Do you know the sport called rugby? Yes, of course I know. I know the sport called rugby because I'm based in South Africa. You know, South Africa is, you know, the reigning rugby champions. So I definitely know about the sport. I played it a little bit when I was in school. Apologies, you know, just out of breath a little bit. But that's basically it. You know, just a 10 minutes. Oh, I come from South Africa. Oh wow, great. Thank you so much for check out my live. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and let me know what do I want to know and where in South Africa are you based? Because I'm in the Western Cape. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. That was just a quick 10-minute pump. Just a quick 10 minutes just to get your heart, I stopped. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yes, I'm in the Western Cape. I'm in Belleville. I think if you know the Western Cape, you should know Belleville. That's where I'm based. And thank you so much for the support. As I said, it was just 10 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, and I'm also babysitting. Yeah, wherever I'm at. Yeah, so that was that. It's you don't need a lot of time. Just 10 minutes. You do 3 minutes high intensity cycling is, the highest pace you can, and then you do 30 seconds in between. So 3 minutes at the highest intensity, 30 seconds sort of cool down to catch your breath, and then you go again, and you do that for 3 times. Then you get a nice quick pump, and it's quick hydrate. Obviously, you need to get your heart also to exercise, or you need to get your heart also that excitement of exercise. You should also try short-term videos will help. Definitely. I've started putting a lot more short videos because I've just recently started this YouTube journey to take it seriously. If you can go to my channel, you can see that I think my oldest video is about 6 months ago, because I've been on this health journey for almost 20 years, but I never really took social media that serious. So now recently, I started to take it seriously. I do a lot of short videos. That's like the thing that I've started to do more. And then also longer videos where I try to answer questions, give my input on certain things, and try to help somebody who can definitely use the help, or maybe somebody doesn't know where to start. So yeah, slowly. And then thank you so much for that input. Definitely welcome any other input that you may have, but definitely short videos. I've started doing more of those. But that's all for today. It was just a quick 10-minute kind of session. As I said, it was just you do 3 minutes high intensity, then you do 30 seconds sort of cool down period for three cycles or 3 laps, then you're done. As you can see, I'm really sweating. And thank you so much. I'm not sure how to let me say that. Or Arposhov. Apologies if I'm not reading it correctly, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for subscribing and for the input. For anything else, you can just comment on any of my videos. Thank you so much. Please share, because I'm just trying to help anybody who's into fitness but I'm not sure where to start, or maybe there is a question that I wanted to know for the longest time but I don't know where to go, what to eat, what to drink. I do have videos on my channel about that, but if there's any other specific question, you can just put it in any of the videos that you watch. I'll definitely answer them to the best of my knowledge. When will you be online? You can check out my Facebook and my TikTok. It's the same name as the name of the channel, Demotic Taylor. You can just search that on Facebook. You can check my page or you can check my TikTok. I think it's the same everywhere. Demotic Taylor everywhere, Instagram everywhere. But I'm definitely going to be posting more. I'm going to be doing more lives, doing this. Hopefully, can help somebody, because you see, this bicycle, it cost me less than 2,000 rand. So if somebody is trying to get into the fitness journey, perhaps wanting to start maybe in January, you can get this at Takealot. It's less than 2,000 rand. And then this is an investment, because you can do this inside the house anytime. You can do this while you're watching TV. You can do this while you're babysitting, as I was babysitting. So, definitely something to consider. But I'm definitely going to be sharing more videos, sharing more tips and everything. And then, as I said, if someone has a question, you can just put it in any of my videos. I'll definitely get back to you. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am, I'm done. I'm gonna come now. I'm gonna help you now. YouTube. Doing a little bit of cardio. I think, as I previously said, doing cardio really helps to fight fatigue, mostly if you're doing work or like office work, or in a somewhat office setting, or sitting down and the laptop and doing your work. So doing cardio helps me to fight fatigue if I still have decent amount of work that I still need to do. So now I still have about an hour and a half of work to complete. So I'm just doing this 10 minutes cardio just to fight the fatigue and make sure that I complete all the tasks that I need to complete for the day. Interesting question. Someone asked me the other day at the gym, after they've seen me a couple of times at the gym, and from their point of view, I seem to know what I'm doing, or to have a good idea, what to do at the gym. So the question is, do you need a protein shake to succeed in your fitness journey? My take, I would say a protein shake, it's optional. If you can get in a good number of meals that have everything in a plate, your protein, your carbs, your good fat, all of that, you do not need a protein shake. Hey Patrick, from Germany. Hey Sonia. Yes, hello Sonia. Get back to work. Gurim said, I'm just taking a quick break from my work to get this cardio in. As I said, it helps to fight off the fatigue if you're doing like office work. So I'm just taking 10 minutes break to sort of do this quick cardio so I can finish my work. As I said, I still have an hour and a half of work to do before heading to bed. So as I was saying, that the question that someone asked me at the gym the other day is that, do you need a protein shake to succeed in a fitness journey? Personal opinion is that protein shake is a luxury. You do not need a protein shake. It's not a must. If your nutrition, your food is decent, it doesn't even have to be tip top, but just decent quality meals, with your eggs, your beef, your chicken, and then a protein shake, you will not need it. Personally, I only take 2 supplements, or the supplements that I feel I need. It's only 2 of them. I take creatine monohydrate, and then I take some magnesium and zinc. That's the 2 that I take. Creatine monohydrate, it's recovery, strength in the gym, overall look of the muscle. That is, where the creatine monohydrate kicks in, or that's where, I see the benefit. And then magnesium and zinc, it helps me to sleep, because when I get into bed, I want to fall asleep, and I want the sleep to be quality sleep, especially after having a full day of gym, work, and normal day-to-day challenges. You want your sleep to be of good quality. You don't want to be trying to, when you get into bed, you must still, think about what challenges you're facing in a day. You want to, when you get into bed, for just everything just to click. That is where the magnesium and zinc, for me, that's the main goal I take. The magnesium is for the quality of sleep. That's the main thing. So that's basically what I wanted to share. All I do this 10 minutes cardio in between my sort of normal work that I do, which is somewhat office setting or work that I do sitting, and I do 10 minutes cardio in between, just to fight off the fatigue. So that's just the thing I wanted to sort of share is regarding supplementation. Protein shake is not a must. If your diet is decent, and then your diet does not have to be tip top, you don't have to spend a lot of money. If your diet has decent amount of protein, quality vegetables, quality fat, decent amount of carbs, you do not need a protein shake. You know, when you sort of want to take it to the next level, once maybe your diet is locked in and then you want to sort of push it to the next level, you can definitely add, the protein shake. But in the beginning of your fitness journey, you can rely solely on your diet without needing to put in or take protein shake. And as I said, for me, the two supplements that I take, it's creatine monohydrate and magnesium and zinc. Creatine monohydrate for recovery, strength in the gym, and the fuller look that it gives me. And zinc, obviously, as I said, it helps me to sleep better, because when you have gym and work and all the other things, you need quality sleep. So when I take the zinc and magnesium before bed, 10-15 minutes before bed, I know that the quality of the sleep, is gonna be good quality. As soon as I get in there, as soon as I get into bed, I know that when I wake up in the morning, I would feel that I didn't leave any sleep on the table, or I didn't I didn't have I didn't have bad sleep. Yes, I didn't have bad sleep. I wake up feeling that, 5-6 hours, whatever sleep I got, it was quality. And then that is achieved by taking zinc and magnesium before bed. So that's that. For this morning. It's morning already. If there's questions, thank you for those who are watching. If there's questions or anything, you can just pop them in any of the videos, then I'll definitely reply as my earliest. Once again, thank you to those that are watching. Almost done with this cardio. As I said, let's see, what's the comment saying? Sticker. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for those who are watching. Almost done with this cardio, then I can go back to sort of the work that I was busy with before, fatigue came in and, tried to send me to bed early, or tried to send me to bed before I was done with what I was supposed to do. As I said, I do cardio 10 minutes just to fight off the fatigue. As I said previously, doing cardio to fight off the fatigue will not succeed in fighting off the fatigue if you're sleep deprived, because doing cardio will not, fight off the sleep deprivation. It will not. But if it's just normal fatigue, you'll definitely be able to fight off the fatigue. Thank you for those who are watching. I see more people are joining. I'm about to end the live. If there's any questions before I get off, please just type them in the chat. I'll answer them before I end the live. If not, thank you for watching. I will be live again tomorrow or the next day, but I wanna make these lives a regular thing, so I don't have to, whatever I have in my mind, as I said, or as the channel itself, it's basically me sharing whatever I know regarding fitness and anything else in between, from the time that I've been on this journey. I've definitely learned a few things, that if anyone wants to ask about or get my opinion on, very willing to share whatever I know, whatever I've learned. But for now, I think that should be all for today. Thank you for watching. Let's see if there's any questions. Okay, there's no question. Well, it's good. YouTube. Good morning to those who are in South Africa, where I am. I just do a little bit of cardio before going to my 9 to 5. Quick cardio. And then while doing this cardio, I want to talk about the best split. So now when we talk about split, we're talking about how you should be training, or which muscle groups you should be training, and what muscle group must follow the other. As there's legs, there's back, there's chest, there's arms, there's shoulders. So how should you be training, or how I do it, that I feel it works? On Monday, if I'm gonna take the weekend off, meaning on weekend I relax, I do eat good food and all of that, and only so now I'm training from Monday to Friday. Monday, after taking the weekend off, Monday it's legs, get it out the way. But now the Monday it's quad, focus, legs, squats, leg press, and leg extensions, then calves. That's for legs. Then the next day it's a push, because it's advisable or it's recommended that push days, chest and shoulders, it's advisable that you don't do them back to back, to give your elbows and your shoulder joints some sort of time to recover. So the next day it's either chest, push, or shoulders. That is day 2. And then with that, you can do a little bit of arms with that. So either tricep or bicep. Then the next day, the Wednesday, it's pull. So it's back And then obviously, as I said, the push, you don't want to, hey, what's good, Miguel? Hope you're good, my brother. I'm just doing a little bit of cardio. And while I'm doing this cardio, I'm just talking about the best split when it comes to, going to the gym. So I said that if I take the weekend off, so I don't go to the gym on weekend, I relax, I eat, and all of that. Monday, I'll do legs. Can you say 6-7? I just did 6-7. So as I said, Monday, I'll do legs. Because as I said, took the weekend off. I do legs on Monday. Then the next day, it's push movement. So either chest or shoulders. Work more like for 6 and 7. I've seen this 6-7, but I think I'm not clued up or, on social media that way that I sort of really know what it's about. So Miguel, if you like to share or give me some game on that 6-7. What is it about? Because I've seen it, but I'm not sure what it's about. While I'm waiting for Miguel to let me know about the 6-7. So as I said, legs on Monday, then you push the Tuesday, you pull, legs on Monday, push on Tuesday, chest to shoulders, on Tuesday, then Wednesday, back, and then on Thursday, push again. And then on Tuesday, when you're doing your shoulders or your chest, you're doing your arms. And then on Friday, it's legs again, but hamstring and glutes. So that is my split. And then in other weekend, I do arms over the weekend, just strictly arms, and then anything else that I feel that I was unable to do it during the week. Yeah, so that's my split of splitted works for me. If you took weekend off, start with heaviest and the most challenging muscle, which is legs, on Monday. Get that done. Quads, squats, press, leg press, extensions, and all of that. Oh, Miguel is gone, but you didn't let me know about the 6-7, what it's about, but have a good one. Yeah, so that's the split. Biggest muscle and the most challenging one. Early in the week, get it done, out the way. And then you press, you pull, you push, you pull, you push again, you pull, then legs again on Friday. But now it's hamstring and glute. So laying leg curls, straight leg deadlifts, lunges, you do hip thrust for your glutes. So that is. Oh, you also live in SA. Oh, Miguel is in SA. Oh, okay, yeah, I am. Miguel, I was sure, not really sure, but from the name, I thought you somewhere else. But yeah, I'm in the Western Cape. I'm in Cape Town, which is very sunny today. I think it's gonna be 30 something. So I feel sorry, for those who there at work. Not really feel sorry, but it's gonna be a challenging day for those whose work requires them to be outside in the sun. But it's not that bad. Could definitely be worse. So it's not that bad. Where in SA, Miguel, you're staying in? Well, you could be very close, because it's a small world, they say. I was finishing off this cardio. I was doing 10 minutes, but as I said, by you, but you're also in the Western Cape, Miguel. So as I said, that's my split, 5-day split. Quads, chest, and part of the arm, back by itself, shoulders with some arm, then legs again on Friday, which is glutes and hamstrings, a little bit of calves. As on Monday, we did quads and a little bit of calves. So there's my split that works, and each individual, you can organize your split or your gym in a way that sort of suits your lifestyle. Because in weeks where maybe I don't have a lot of time, or maybe I don't have a lot of days, and I must maybe I only have 4 days to attend the gym, or 3 days. Those days, the legs, everything's on one day. So the quads, the glutes, hamstrings on one day. And then the pushing movements, shoulders and chest, all on the same day. And then back. When I do back with arms. Then I squeeze in everything 3 days. It's very challenging, but it's doable. So for those who only have 3 days to work out, this is the split that you should consider. The first day, legs, everything. 3 exercises for quads, 3 for hamstring, 2 for glute, 2 for calves, then done with legs. And then the second day, it's all the pushing movements. So your shoulders and your chest. So you just push for a day. You push. You can do 3 for chest, 3 for shoulders. Maybe 4 each. Depend how you're feeling, because you're going to be using a lot of this. So exhaustion in those joints, you really feel it. But you can make sure you do your basic movements, and then that day you can do your pulling, so your back, and then your arms. You're done for the week. 3-day split. Yeah, so that is that for today. Thank you for watching. Any questions, drop them below, or just put them in any of the messages, any of the videos. I'll reply. Thank you for watching. Miguel, I'm gonna see you soon. Hope you subscribed, and yeah, have a good day, everyone. I'm just doing a little bit of afternoon cardio. It's afternoon on my side. It's almost, no, it's not afternoon, it's actually evening on my side. I wanted to answer a question that someone asked me at the gym today. Well, the person they are new at the gym, so they started training in September. So now they wanted to know if there's any tips or if there's any recommendation or advice, I have for them during this festive season on, what to do to not, pick up weight, or not to sort of slack off, their fitness journey, or not to overeat to a point where when it's time to go back to normal, or after now, the festive season, Christmas and the holidays and all of that. So the one is to know if there's any tips that, I have for them. So a couple of tips is that always have your water with you to help you not overeat or overindulge in any of the good food that will be, around. Because you cannot completely restrict yourself from enjoying the festive season and enjoying, time with family. But you can still do it in a controlled manner by still enjoying your cake, enjoying your good food, but always having your water with you to help you combat unnecessary cravings. Because most of the time, or at least half of the time, when you crave something, it's not really your body craving that thing, but it's actually your body will never crave cake, but your body will tell you if there's something that's lacking. So the signal is not clear, what the body is lacking, but majority of the time when you're craving something, if you drink water, that most of the time, that is almost more than half of the time, that's actually the correct guess. Because the body will never tell you that I need this. You can decide on your own that I think my body is craving some chicken or some KFC, but the body will never give you that clear message, but the body will let you know that something is lacking, we need something. So that is the first tip to try and keep you on track in your fitness goal during the festive season. Always have your water with you. Drink your water as much as you can while you're enjoying, the good food, the beverages, all of that. If you can have your water with you, it will definitely help you not to overindulge on the good food. So that was the first tip that I shared on how to stay on track during the festive season and the holidays. And things like this that I'm doing right now, cardio in your house, you can do that. Hey, what's up, Mandla? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just sharing, I'm just answering a question that I was asked by somebody at the gym on how to stay on track with the fitness journey during the festive season. So as I said, the first thing is that have your water regularly. Drink your water during the festive season. Have it with you. That will help you to combat overeating. It will help you to not overeat. Because as I said, during December, you need to enjoy the good food, enjoy, the cake, enjoy the dessert. But you cannot do it in such a point where when it comes to going back to your normal life or going back to what you do normally, that will be challenging. Meaning now that you don't want to eat so much during December, during the holidays, that going back to the gym in Jan or wherever you plan to go back to the gym will be a huge challenge. So as I said, the first thing is that water. Have your water with you, just to try and combat unnecessary eating or overly eating, because most of the time, hello Foley, thank you for joining. So during the festive season, to combat overindulging, have your water with you, drink your water regularly, especially when you feel that you're craving cake or you're craving something that's not in line with the goal. You can still have, but controlled. Controlled. The water will help you just to make sure that the times where your body is thirsty, you will not reach for cake or you will not reach for dessert. Obviously, as I said, you must still enjoy a time with the family, but try not to overindulge. So that's the first tip for the festive season, for the holiday season. Drink your water regularly. I'm hoping everyone's drinking their water, but drink or have it with you while you're having a good time with family and all of that. And tip number 2 is that during this festive season or during holiday season, you perhaps won't have time to go to the gym or to exercise. Things like walking to the shop or taking the stairs instead of the lift, that will help you to, obviously walking to the shop once will not do anything, but compounding those walks where we are very strong. I like that. Thank you so much. It's somewhat years and years of work, and then I try to share whatever tips that I can share. So if you have any questions, you can just pop them on the screen. I'll answer them as best I can. And then, as I was saying now, that tip number 2 during the festive season, try to move as much as you can, or as much as the time that you would have during the festive season will allow. Because during that eating and all that drinking, if one drinks, you don't want to eat and sleep, or drink and sleep, or eat desserts and sleep. So try as much as you can to move as much as you can. Going to the shop, walking to the shop, maybe going to the beach, maybe instead of taking the lift, take the stairs, because most of us, we're going to be not working, we're going to be at home, spending time with family. Family will be cooking, good food and all of that. So you can try and move as much as you can. So I think those will be the top 2 tips I can share to try and stay on track during the festive season or the holiday season, is as much as you can with the eating of the good food. You still have decent amount of water, so try and not overeat or overindulge or eat something when the body was saying we are thirsty. We are not hungry, we're not looking for something sweet, we're just thirsty. So instead of you reaching for that sweet treat, maybe grab a glass of water. That will definitely assist in making sure that you stay on track with your fitness goal. And the second one, as much as you can, try and move as much as you can. Just try and move, because as I said, you don't want to eat and sleep. You don't want to eat and sleep. So if you can eat and then you get an opportunity to maybe walk to the shop or go downstairs to grab groceries, whatever the case is, and then take the stairs up. Try to move more, or don't just sit around, eat and sit. So that's basically that. I just wanted to share those two top tips. And yeah, drink your water with everything else that's going on as much as you can. Try to move, as much as the time, and as if you can, move around, go for a walk to the shop. Shanshur, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it Shanur Peterson? Hi, thank you for joining. I was just giving tips on how to stay on your fitness journey during December, or during the festive season, or during the holiday season. One of the tips that I think is very important is have your water with you. Drink not a lot of water, but just drink a decent amount, because sometimes the body is dehydrated. It's not looking for cake, or it's not asking for cake, it's just asking for water. So most of the time when you drink water, whatever craving, at least more than half of the time, the craving will go away. So that's that for today. If there's questions, you can just pop them on the screen. While I'm doing, my cardio, I do about 10 minutes a day, just to try and get the oxygen in the blood, get the heart pumping. That is also exercise for the heart, exercise for the heart, because I'm approaching 40. So most of the times when I'm doing any form of training, it's no longer about the physique. It's about now looking towards the future, old age. I want to, when I'm old, still be able to pick up decent amount of weight. So now I'm at the gym, I try not to go crazy, or lift heavy weight as I was in my youth, or when I was somewhat careless, or didn't really, not really care, but didn't really mind. Yes, maybe that's the word. I didn't mind maybe injuries, or I wasn't scared of, yes, I think maybe that's the better way to put it. I was not scared of to get injured when I was in my late teens, early 20s. But now, approaching 40, when I'm at the gym, it's no longer about just lifting the weight heavy. Now there's that in mind, that you still want to sort of enjoy this body for the longest time. You don't want to be in your 40s and injuries and all of that. So it's just side note from the initial two suggestions that I had. Once again, during December, to try and stay on track, move as much as you can, or move as much as you can, or as much as your December schedule will allow. Drink a decent amount of water to avoid overeating. Yeah, so that's that. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, do all the nice things. For any questions, you can just pop them down below in the video, in the comments, and I'll definitely answer them perhaps on the next video.